Yeah, damn, I ain't wrote you in a while. Nah, this shit ain't bull, this shit is foul. My ace bone rule, we used to do this as a child. I can't believe what we at in the here and now. I know you probably mad, but I'm hoping you hear me out. Was on the same road, but you chose in a different route. Young niggas banging, exposing it for the clout. But we was better than that, you know it without a doubt. I had plans for you. You was Bleak, I was Jay. All the homies would go crazy off the heat we would play. I am my brother's keeper. Keep a hand on the heater. But I ain't been the same since you got locked, bro. I need you. This is real shit through the speakers. Fuck the blood shit and fuck the gang shit. This is that big brother love shit. I hate to see you get watched by the system. I should've did more. While you behind them bars, you who I live for, nigga. Yeah, Uncle Derek, how many verses I sent you? Damn, how many times I said I miss you? I dried up all the tears, I don't even need a tissue. Your son going through some things, I know it's all mental. He ain't been the same since you left and it's different now. And you probably wanted us to be close, but we distant now. And I'm missing how you would always have the biggest smile. You was a Q fan, that was more on the Jigga style. Uncle D, 1 second to none. You was loved around the hood, you be breath in the lungs of the young. I got the phone call, they said you had lupus. I'm looking up to God like, how could you do this? My mama said don't even go and see you, cause you wasn't looking like yourself. You was losing your health and she felt like I couldn't handle it. This shit was damaging, I'm missing you. Forever, I'ma always keep a candle lit. Yeah. Look, got a call from Corin Gaines. She said, don't you ever change. They need to know your name. You remind them of the pain. Tell them all about me. I was murdered. I was slain. Stood my ground like a queen. To my door, they shouldn't have came. Let freedom ring. They try to make our people sing the national anthem like we a part of this nation. Tell them we need revolution. Reminiscing of Haitian. Don't have your energy wasted. Got no time for debating. Get the Hebrews, the Moors, and get all the Comedics. Get the Yorubas and Igbos. That's how you connect it. Put the differences aside. Ask them all, could they ride for me? I die for y'all. Would you die for me? And I accept your apology. Honestly, this came to me in the form of a dream. Corin Gaines was speaking to me. What does all of this mean? Told her we missing her. Promise we would honor the queen. Corin Gaines. Rest in peace to Corin Gaines. Free my little brother, Theo Alexander. Free all the homies that's locked up, Big Struck. All the real ones. Feel me? Rest in peace to my Uncle Derek. Rest in peace to my Uncle Ted Al. Missing you. Yeah.
Peace, the Black Power family. Welcome to welcome to another episode of the Student Knowledge Radio Behind the Scenes Prelude. It's your brother Knowledge Born Alive. We're going back through these episodes as a prelude to the web series and book series that's coming up. So I wanted to take a little time to build up this prelude. I'm going to actually get into the behind the scenes next month, and went through this with my soul sister Shawai Louis Sass, aka Assassin.
Shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, knowledge.
Shalom, O Nation Not Desired, Sass Assassin.
Oh, man. Rough day, but hey.
Rough.
Yeah, like a little,
Let's see.
yeah, I had to work and it's kind of rough. But it's cool. Then I had to go outside, so you know what that's like going outside.
You right in time for this episode right here, and we got like an hour, maybe like 50 minutes before we gotta do Knowledge Born. What's the science?
Uh-oh.
I might adjust the time probably to like 1 o'clock.
Uh-oh. I wonder what that's going to be about.
I'm not sure. I don't know yet. So we here. I believe we talked about episode 1 and episode 2 a little bit. We got episode 3 and we got episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's pretty interesting. You know, you did say shalom at the beginning, right?
I did. I can't do nothing without saying that first.
All right, so we got episode 3, episode 4. We had Gorilla Hebrew, Divine Prospect, and we
Mikael?
had no.
Hebrews? No? Oh,
Yeah, look, let me tell you.
okay. Okay.
This is interesting because I had just titled it because of the conversations and the groups of people that they were particularly targeting at the time. You see what I'm saying? Divine Kingdom Harbinger Ministries and Sakari. You know what I'm saying? And I saw his story. I know some folk that know him. He was in Washington State. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this was really, working in the street. So this was an interesting episode. Divine was supposed to be on my first episode, that he didn't make it. And Cass was calling him, clowning him a little bit. Saying they was kind of shamed him into like, yo, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the first drops I had got for Dudenon's radio was from Divine, because Divine was supposed to have been on him, Red Pill, and so many other people that came on that night. It was crazy. Bashir and them was over there, but all of that. So it was a crazy night for episode 1. So just going back through, this was something that was crazy. Episode 3, with Gorilla Hebrew and Divine Prospect coming through. So this was heyday, like September 2015. So like I said, we began as a weekend show. So this was like the weekend. And episode 4 was the first show we did that was during the week, because we couldn't get them on the weekend. And this was, Set the Record Straight Tuesday with House of Israel. This was a crazy joint right here. This one, episode 4, it was crazy. So these 2 episodes and my what you call that? At this point, I had went through, and I was getting back with most, my peer group, and some of my teachers in the conscious community. That was the through line in between us and the elders. So, with the first episode with, Black Dot and many of them, the second episode with A. Rashid, the third episode, I was looking at a bunch of YouTubes, uh, the Israelite community. As you know, I came from the old school One West joint, what I'm saying, back in '97. So I was just looking and I was like, yo, Israel got a bad rap
Oh
in the
yeah,
conscious community.
still to this day.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, but it's it was camera work that made Israel look bad.
Oh,
It was camera work, it was camera tricks, it was, what I'm saying? So somebody could take some footage of you and make you look real, real bad if they wanted to. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, they can't doctor the footage up over the phone. And if it got doctored up, it would have to be from me. You see what I'm saying? So I reached out to some people, and we had a conversation, and it's really what it was. That was kind of not a reintroduction, but like a reestablishment of a connection, and it was something that Israel hadn't seen in a long time. Somebody had actually welcomed them. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a situation to where it was a debate or any of that kind of situation. And these was fruitful conversations. You see what I'm saying? Where you could focus on your programs, your community outreach. You see what I'm saying? And kind of get into your ideology without slander. You know what I'm saying? Or a setup or whatever. So these was interesting. You know, I could tell you who was on, but you would be laughing like ain't no way in hell this was a civil conversation, and I guarantee you
it was civil.
this this was a civil conversation.
Really?
You see what I'm saying? These were civil conversations with I don't even know what's the status in regards to some of the people, but for the most part, this was this was it. This was a good place, and not like I ain't never had no issue. I ain't got no issues with Israel. You see what I'm saying? And some of these masqueraders that I may have met along the way, where we might have a little exchange or no exchange at all, but by and large, I ain't had no issues with Israel. Never had. And for the sake of some of these people out here, they better be glad that folks is recording nowadays.
Mm-hmm. I know,
That's
right? Talk about that. Yes,
that
yes,
shit right there. So
absolutely.
a
They don't
lot of
know.
this, a lot of this stuff, a lot of this stuff wasn't flu. A lot of this stuff would not have flown. So I mean, this was just interesting that you're doing this series and you're on with episode 3 and 4. This was right on time. So yeah, this was interesting because I wanted to give because this is what the community was. It wasn't this before. It wasn't all of this other shit that they got going on now, or prior to. Everybody had their say. You see what I'm saying? Everybody had their say. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? And they were doing their things like, yeah, it was just crazy to see certain stuff. So this was a kind of a way to reintroduce Israel in a way that was untampered with. So yeah,
You did your part.
yeah. One of many, for these 2 episodes right here. Let me see what else I got. Just crazy going through all of this stuff. Oh my God.
I was looking at like the dates on them and like where was I at? I know exactly where I was. I'm like, oh gosh. So it's bringing back for me memories. Same time.
Yeah. This interview right here with Intelligent Nubian Men car race. This was right around the time of what was that? The daggone Evolution Conference or something. It was something around that time.
What, in New York? The
Yeah.
Evolution Conference? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big turnout. I should have gone.
Yeah. I saw him and he seemed like a pretty intelligent dude. But how them boys do. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah, so I invited him on just to hear his story. That's crazy. Um, yeah, that was a crazy time. And he had a show as well. Like, I think he still got it. I'm pretty sure he still does. Yeah, he sent me his book, Rise of the Amens or something like that. He said we not black or whatever, we Amens or something. Whatever he had going on. It was something. You know what I'm saying? It was something. And, he was kind of controversial before that other dude, Uh, so, yeah, that was interesting. And then we got this episode right here, Freestyle Friday, Hip Hop Decoded. That was crazy. That was like a whole situation where we would rating hip hop artists and stuff like that. Me and my brother Mahesh came through, and he had a rating system because we didn't have to argue about hip hop with his rating system, and he came on and explained it. And he said it was inspired by a book we both read. There's a guy on the mic, 50 Greatest MCs of All Time, by Kool Moe Dee. And I think that was one of the premier hip hop books, and his ranking system was cool. And the way he wrote about each artist as if, he studied them. So he kind of gave them they just do. He had some honorable mentions in there and all kinds of stuff. You see what I'm saying? So he came on and we kind of went through that. So, yeah, we go to episode 6. Got my brother, Dr. Alim El Bay. That one was crazy. Crazy good. Just, like going through the episodes and getting, those ones out of the way with, my fam. You see what I'm saying? Like, because this gives you a time stamp and a date and time in the community. Because, what was this? 12 years ago, 13 years ago, something like that. We go back probably like 13, 14 years ago. So just, reminiscing about, some of those times and the state of the community and the state of the, what you call it, the scholarship, all that. You know what I'm saying? Just going through all that because the timelines is crazy on some of these people that people herald and hold in high regard and respect and stuff like that. Some of these timelines don't add up. So it's just interesting some of the conversations you have with people. So yeah, I don't know if I can write that book. You know what I'm saying? I left that shit to Prodigy. Prodigy wrote that book. Rest in peace, Prodigy. He wrote that book. I can't write that book. Maybe somebody else can. You know, one of the Mr. and Mrs. Controversials out there. They can write that book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we got episode 7, Black Dot and Brother Sankofa. So Black Dot had just came out with Urban Culture Decoded, his second book, and Sankofa was supposed to have been in my Revolutional Exodus conference that I was having in Washington in November of that year. It never happened. But it did, translate into the Revolutional Exodus documentary that's coming out here soon. So that was an interesting conversation. And he gave all of his reasons for revolution. And, I told him that if he came to the conference, I would give 365 reasons for repatriation or exodus.
Mm-hmm.
One for every day of the year. So, it, as our ancestors and the Creator will have it, it didn't transpire. Because a lot of people's views have shifted since, around this time. This is that precursor to 10-10-15, So it was a lot. It was a lot in the air. It was a lot going on. Yeah. So yeah, this was that precursor of that conversation. Split in between Black Dot on promoting the book, Sankofa on doing his thing. And then we got episode 8. This is with Tazariak, his free lecture interview for the first lecture. I think not his first lecture, but maybe like his first public lecture. How to share your man. That was an interesting conversation. And the footage that he had got off of the streets, just watching, going through the video, going through New York and stuff like that. Because he a Jersey dude, not a New York dude. You know what I'm saying? So then we got this next interview with Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz and Dr. Hassani Muhammad. This was like the 10-10-15 campaign. They came through and did their thing, promoting 10-10-15. And whoa, that's all I got to say, Sass. Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah, this was crazy. That's another one of them things, one of them Mr. and Mrs. Controversial is going to have to write about in their book. Just to say that was interesting. That's all I got to say about that. Really 10-10-15, not necessarily this episode, but really 10-10-15. But just the spirits that were there, the intentions was great. The brothers and sisters came through, and it was, it was live. It was live, and it was interesting opportunity. So again, I'm laughing more so because of how much people have changed since
that happened.
This episode right here. Like how much people have changed.
Yep.
Since 10-10-15, like the stances, the positions.
I've changed my position, yeah.
All kinds of stuff. You
Yep.
see what I'm saying? So just, we're going up. This was interesting right here. Sister out of Houston and Black Panther. Wow. Yeah. Um, this was just, you making those connections and establish. My brother, what's my brother, man? Trey Minor, man. It's his birthday today, man. Shout out to him and shit. He was like, yo, I don't know how the hell you know all these black people. You understand?
I said the same thing. Did I not say
He's
that?
black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. You said it, Baba said it, and Trey said it today. So yeah.
Yep, I
By
said it.
what is it? By three? Are all things established? What is it? What is it?
What happened?
No, what is it
By
by
three
three?
witnesses, all men established. Yeah,
Yeah.
three
I
witnesses.
guess that's what it is.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Bam. So
2 to 3 witnesses. Yeah, yep.
yeah, this was my homegirl Shaw Melody. She got like vegan vending machines.
Oh, they're big now. They're huge at this point. So what date was that?
This was September 20th, 2015.
2015. Okay, so now they're huge. They're all over the university right now. They
Yeah.
just put them in this year, so we're just getting them. Yep. The ice cream, even the ice cream machines are vegan. Yep. Expensive is all get out, but it's all vegan.
Mm.
But they sell. It sells, like after hours. And if you don't want anything bad to eat, you have that option.
So yeah, I and my brother Black Panther. I might have known him from Chemo Cyrus, Amon Ra Squad, and Mossy Warrior Clan. I don't know if he's with any of that. I think he's still probably with Mossy Warrior Clan now. Still.
Wakil is not
Uh,
with Team Osiris anymore? Oh.
I'm talking about Black Panther. I don't know who.
But how do you say that name? Charby Millsap?
Yeah. She was just Shaw Melody. That's what she went by.
Oh, that's what she. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was an interesting conversation, All right. Then we got episode 11.
It was
Wakil
Wakil.
Allah. Yeah. I just had him on recently, and this was the last conversation we had since then. From September 26, 2015.
4 years and some odd months.
Yeah. Yeah, this was crazy. This was a very, very interesting episode. It was very peace. Every once in a while, you have some people on that raise the bar and raise the standard of excellence. I was listening to that interview, and I was like, yo, some jewels dropped when it was dropped in that interview. Got to go back. We need a run back. So he came back through, and he did what God does. Make knowledge born in no limited time. Cats was mad. It was mad then, and they got madder now. Anyways, yeah, that was a very excellent episode. We go to episode 12, where my life changed forever. Okay, my life changed forever. Right there, you see this name right here?
Yes, right. Bye me.
And you see this date? You see this date right here?
Yeah, I see. Yep.
Yeah. So This this was the episode where I met and I talked to Tahir RBG for the first time. Yeah, that was crazy. That was the crazy ass time. So just thinking about it, like 15 years before that, Tahir was with Dead Prez and they put out that album Let's Get Free. So they had People's Army. We was People's Army overseas. I guess I saved that for Knowledge Moments of Science because, you know, that was an interesting time there. Okay. If I could get that song to play at the beginning, you'll see why.
Your private first class days, yeah.
Me?
That was the start of your private first class. You said 95, 96, right?
No, this was 2000 when the album came out.
In 2000?
I was,
Oh, well, okay. So
yeah,
you were advancing at that point. Yeah. All right.
was overseas, getting busy,
I see. Having all kinds of fun. Fun.
getting all kinds of reparations.
Ah, it's not enough. It's not enough, though. I feel like it's not enough.
So yeah, this was the RBG takeover. This was interesting. Baba Main Supreme Rod. Everybody and their mama called in. I had took a radio break to play a song.
Uh-huh.
I played a couple of songs. And the last song I had played was one song by Tahir RBG. And then we come back and then I go to the phone lines and he on the phone. I'm like, oh shit. I'm thinking he about to say, don't be bootlegging my shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? But nah, he was showing love. That was interesting. And we linked up the following August down at RBG Family Weekend. So, yeah, that was interesting. Episode 13. Sean Kweli. Former Chief of Staff of the New Black Panther Party for Self-Defense under the leadership of Hashim Nzinga. This was a week before 10-10-15. This was interesting. What's this? 10-4-2015.
Black. Wait, did that go up too far? Black manhood and womanhood?
Yeah. This was a celebration weekend. A black manhood and black womanhood.
Who was on with that? Who was on?
Dr. Valentine and Dr. Hassani Muhammad. So Dr. Phil Valentine and Dr. Hassani Muhammad was on.
What did they say
this weekend?
In regards to black?
Interesting.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, I'm interested in knowing what they say.
Yeah, it was a great show. Yeah. Great show. So now we go up to 10. The day after 10-10-15. Look who I got on the show.
I gotta go back and watch that. I gotta go back and listen.
Oh man.
Black by popular demand. That's right.
Damn right.
He did a wonderful show today, by the way.
This one, 15 and 16. This was my second episode with them two on the same episode. Mikael Muhammad, Minister Mikael Muhammad, and Minister King Samir.
Mm-hmm.
So these two was on my second show. The only show I did over there, well, I did 2 shows over there, but officially, no, I did 3 shows over there. um, Minister Mikael Muhammad was the chairman of that Central Florida chapter down there who issued or called for the citizens' arrest of George Zimmerman after the death of Trayvon Martin.
Hmm.
So he was there on the ground, and that Sanford Police Department and some other fucking people made his life a living hell. Living hell. So his story is crazy, but this is him. He took, some of the family down to 10-15, and he wanted to give his input about this trip. I think he took like 15 to 20 young black men out there to see, the sights and the sounds and what was going on. I believe they drove a bus all the way up from Florida to DC. So yeah, that was that episode right here. Red Pill. From the first episode to the 16th or the 17th episode, 16 episodes later, up in there, he said the revolution would be digitized. Yeah. Yep. We got Black Panther and Ngozi. That was Team Osiris days. Look at the date.
What was the subject matter? You don't remember? Okay.
Yeah. I think it was something about economics. I think this was like an economic weekend. I had kind of always tied some stuff together in regards to what we had people talking about. And let's go up here to 1025. You can see episode 19 with this guy, KT, the arts degree.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was always making like little calls on air, and I was like, "Yo, Red, where's KT? Where's Blue? Where's Mama Pill?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
And boom, I got KT. Later on, I got Blue. Later on, I got Mama Pill. You know how it goes. So this referral network was strong.
Mm-hmm.
So had this whole biology lesson from KT the arts degree right here. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And who's this right here? Who's this? Who's that right there? Who's that? Who's that?
Praise on your Allah.
Yeah. So that was episode 20. But I showed you episode, what was it? 4?
That's the one West Scholar right there.
You saw it. I showed you episode 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was there. That's a hint from one person that was there. So, my brother City Hampton, he'll be back here soon. This was on Hallows Eve. Look at that. That was crazy. That was a good one. He'll be back soon here, so y'all can see him visually.
African spirituality. I'm gonna listen to that.
You writing it down? Did I hear a pen click? Oh.
I wrote his name down.
All right, so we got King Leon X and Ron Green. Y'all seen Chief Ron Green on here a couple days ago. This was a gift this episode. This was right after 10, 10, 15. Everybody had linked up over there. That was a crazy time. Everybody was on the high. They had a wild energy that was going on. So from this, we had a caller calling. Look, this is how amazing the platform was.
Are we frozen? I can't tell. Is that me? Um, darn. Can't tell. Oh, okay. I'm still here. Okay. All right. I had to check that just to know if I could hear myself or not. All right. So I guess we're having technical difficulties. So we're going to wait for Knowledge to come back. The next show is What's the Science, Baby? And of course, it's going to be a surprise, as it always is. I hope it's something serious. You know, since it's after 12, Knowledge doesn't like to talk about anything serious, but I'm hoping it's something serious. A good topic, but you know, we're serious all day, so it wouldn't make, it probably wouldn't make sense to talk about anything serious, but yeah, I hope it's something enlightening at least. And so
Got knocked off in the screen with no audio.
I was about to talk about my Duke Ellington, but okay, go ahead. Since you're back, so
Go ahead.
no, we got to get back to the topic at hand.
Yeah, we only got like 13. You only got like 13 minutes. Then
All
where
right,
we go?
so we can go there. I mean, where do we pulled it down? What episode were we on?
We were on episode 22.
Oh yeah, you said you just had Ron Green on recently. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, who's this on episode 23?
Inky. I know that one was crazy.
That's just how it goes, you know. What do these people call this shit nowadays? Receipts. We got receipts.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
got
he hasn't
receipts.
he hasn't changed one bit. He's still the same Minister Inky he was back then, and he still looked the same. The man does not age.
Oh yeah, that was part one. Skiing to Shia Shawalki's finest out here. DCX back in the day. Yeah, that was a crazy episode. That's my fam. When I was trying to figure out this radio stuff and how to do it, I took notes from them over there. They had that thing like a well-oiled machine. They had commercials. They had, you know what I'm saying? They had all kinds of stuff. I was like, yeah, I need to get it together. So they had all of that stuff all together, and I took notes from them and they show flow on how they was doing everything. And I was looking for my approach. So they was even helping me on this episode to do everything. Um, yeah, it was just crazy to see that. Then we got this economic roundtable. This was interesting because this was a show that happened like right on the fly, and because some people had canceled. One of the guests had canceled like right before the show started. So put some people together and they came through and they did that right on the spot. And you can see a bunch of people checked it out with little to no notice.
Mm-hmm.
So then who we got right here again? You see that?
Inky again.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna show you something that's gonna bug you out.
Sarah
Look at the
Susan
dates
Day.
right here. With this thing.
Yep,
Look.
Sarah Susan Day,
Look at this.
11
And
14.
look at this. Let me scroll up for a second. Oh, you ain't gonna. Yeah, you ain't gonna see this to the next page now.
Okay.
This is 11/14/2015, and look at 11/15. Look at 11/15. Show you. You gonna laugh. Shit gonna be funny.
All right. What page we on? What page we on?
Hold on, I'm scrolling.
Oh, you're scrolling. Okay.
46. Who's that? Who's that?
Um. Oh, it had to clear up. Young Pharaoh.
What's that date right there?
11/15/2015. But that was a good time to get him. That's when he first came into the conscious community around that time.
He wasn't even in the conscious
He
community
wasn't. He
yet.
had his own platform, right? He had his own platform, and that was before he went to New York, right?
Look how many people came to that.
Yep. He had his own following.
So,
He wasn't lying about that. He wasn't. You should see who follow him now. Like, he commands an audience, man.
yeah, this place right here. This is nuts. So
Yeah.
that was that right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Same weekend. Now they running together, thick as thieves. They ain't even know each other. They ain't even know each other existed.
Right. That's right. 'Cause I think that was in the spring that that event happened in New York City. I think it was the spring after this. Um, did you fall out again? Okay, so he fell out again. I don't know what's happening. But then again, everyone's on quarantine and the bandwidth is, I bet you Netflix is hogging up the bandwidth. So it's to be expected. But anyway, since I got a little time, I'll talk about my Duke Ellington presentation. Since his birthday is coming up, the music, the type of music Black people listening to back then, and the fashion that went around with it, the establishments we were hanging out at during that time, and how high class it was at the time, and how outside, those haters were hating on the whole culture of Black people during that time. And as we fast forward to today, we see how it was kind of taken away from us. We have like no knowledge about that, but thankfully we have, um, you know, Cap Calloway as one of them who showed us what that life was about so we can actually see it. But I mean, those were amazing times. Would I have wanted to grow up during that time? Maybe, maybe because I do like jazz music and arrange real music and um, symphony type of um, presentations and things like that. So it's interesting. And then to bring it, the inspiration into our movies, which um, they fast forwarded into Harlem Nights, and how the music kind of influenced the movie itself. That time, that Duke Ellington time frame, and it's just amazing how it all came together and showing the racial issues that were going around and how Black people wanted more out of life than what they were dealt, and how they were able to get it. So, anything is possible, even though. Um, so, I mean, it gives you inspiration. It also teaches you that you have to fight for what you have, because if you don't, it will be taken from you. And any situation, you should fight for your stuff and your people by any means necessary. Um, and do it with strategy and with um, and within the confines of the system. So, I mean, the enemy does it every day. Gets away with quote unquote murder, not physically, but also financially, economically, and everything actually. So it can be done. It can be done, and it also shows you the family dynamic. Even though most of them were not blood relatives, but they were a family, and they kept it all black. They were not trying to make leagues with other people. That was a no-no because we understood what that meant, and we know throughout history we've done that, and then all hell breaks loose, and then we lose. So I just wanted to kind of bring that out during the Duke Ellington um, his birthday, that tribute that we're going to do, just to show how it influences us today. Our ancestors influences us today, and it always will. And we do it so that we can remember them. Remember the days of old. That remembers the people. That's like remembering people and our way of life, so that we don't forget. You have to be reminded of it, especially when you're displaced. Um, Especially when you're not in your place of origin, where you have no direct control over um, your life. So, that being said, yeah, I don't want to give it all away, but that's what I'm gonna kind of unveil in like an hour. I think it'll take me about an hour to do it. So I have, let me go here. I have a screen up, and let's see. So he's interviewed Young Pharaoh, Royale. I've been following Royale for a long time on YouTube. Now there's a name there, Tamla. I'm not sure who that is. Then I'm seeing Dr. Gabrielle Oilbow got decoded. Um, Gorilla Hebrew and Royale again. And oh, here's
What you
something.
messing up over there?
I'm not messing up anything. I'm not messing up anything. I'm going through your list.
You messed up some.
And Royale, I've been following for years on YouTube.
Hit Royale
Yeah.
50 years ago. In Royale. And that was the introduction of the person who went from a caller to a panelist, and from a panelist to her own series in a short amount of time. Dr. Queen T right here, aka Tamia Griffey,
To me,
and
that's Tamla.
her whole family came through here. All the Clevelites and East Cleveland and Cleveland Heights people. Oh, that was crazy. And I need to change the time on this other show because it's about to start now.
Oh, it's gonna start now.
I heard somebody talk about Duke Ellington up in
Yeah,
here.
yeah, Duke Ellington.
I heard. So I don't know. Maybe I need to get a tiny bit more time here, right quick, before we get into. I should have switched it already to 1 o'clock. I'm gonna switch it right quick. Right quick. Yeah, this was interesting. Right, I was getting busy. When T was getting busy. This was just one of those. I think this was kind of like the first live at 5 kind of situation. This conversation series right here led to like the think tank series. This led to the Black Survival General Civilization class. All of this happened from all of these conversations that happened right then. So yeah, that right there. Dr. Gabriel Yibo, he gave us almost 4 hours from Nigeria.
Hmm.
And he broke down the mathematical existence of God.
Ooh, math.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Geiger theory. The Geiger theorem, excuse me, not theory, theorem. So, yeah, this was almost 4 hours long. This joint, episode 30. So, yeah. 31, we had. Oh, man, I remember this weekend right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Your
That's all I got
interview
to
with
say.
him was pretty good.
Whoa.
The interview you did on with Gorilla Hebrew.
This one right here?
No,
Oh, okay,
the
okay.
one he
Yeah,
did on
yeah. I know.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you got a little bit more
Information.
information
Oh
if
yeah.
y'all paid attention
Yeah, a
to
whole
that.
lot.
Okay.
It's a whole
Okay.
lot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was interesting. So yeah, this right here. Boom. Crazy joint. That one started a little controversy right there. A little controversy. That was interesting.
Wait, which one?
Yeah, we had some joints on the fly. We had this think tank series that kind of started, and this was kind of like the early beginnings of the Dakota Clan unofficially. So that was interesting. Yeah, this was Dr. Queen T's first audition for the show. Joint was fire. Crazy. On my pop's birthday. By Black Tour. Todd Black. That was interesting. Tad Cromwell and Bomani UFG from United Front. This was crazy. 2015 was crazy. Mm-hmm. Then we had Irritated Genie and Che Black. The next day, that was crazy too. Crazy like that glue. Hey, I told you this Think Tank series started right at, look, you see that? Think Tank series started right after that. Now let's go back down. Queen T did her interview. She went from the caller to the panelists, right here. Yeah. And then, boom. Right there. Boom. Oh, yeah, this was crazy. Crazy. Tell you. So, this was the first series. This was the second series, the Unsigned Hype series. Jay Dizzle, Rossette, and myself. We had poets. Authors, MCs, we had all kind of people come through here. This was crazy. For real. Rudra. Yo. Yeah. This is crazy. This was one of the joints on the fly too. Fred Hampton Senior Weekend Roundtable. Nuts. Who's that?
The Mighty Hebrew.
That's right.
He was talking about that sovereignty back then. I remember being connected with the land.
Look at the
people
date.
in the land. Yeah.
Look at the date.
He's a very powerful speaker, I must say.
Look, and then these like 3 or 4 days in a row, yeah, Dr. Queen T, she came on every day. New subject matter every day. That was crazy. That was an audition.
Mm-hmm.
The audition. That's how you make the band right here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
Israel.
Yeah.
Cussed me out once. Yeah.
That's 100%. If you would have said like, "Oh no, he was nice to me," I don't know.
No.
You would have said,
nah.
Yeah.
That's his doctor for you.
He gave me a shot on his platform too, a couple of times. Like that's me and him. We tight. Me and him ain't never had no issues. No.
Wow, that's one relationship where he didn't have. I'm sure he fell out with everybody. But he got, he loved God, so
yeah,
it's all right with me.
So that's why I met a lot of these folks. Messing with him, a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
They tough now. They scholars now, and all that.
Yep. Yeah, everybody's a scholar.
Yeah, this joint, Wherever Detroit, this was a bomb opportunity right here. Kind of put everything into motion as far as the Midwest is concerned for me. Yeah, that was an interesting one right there. Cali and Nooney. The Wee Way. Normal Gang, man. Shout out to them Orange Mounds. Vote right there. Okay. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on up. Black Love Communication Series going stronger. Think Tank Series. Bang. Oh, snap. Who's that? You see that? Bam. Ty RBG right there. Mm-hmm.
Repeat. Re, I can't say.
Repat.
Repat Nation take over.
Yeah. See, we talking about repatriation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When nobody talking, no goddamn. I mean, see, I gotta stay back for a few minutes. Few minutes. Go. Let's go. Shout out to my sister Kanisha Monet, because that's who introduced me to Young Pharaoh. And she was his manager back then. Before all of the malarkey.
All the malarkey.
Before all the bull.
Yeah.
All the bull. Shit. We got the Think Tank series. Got my brother Khalid Scientific. Math Magic. Dude's a monster on the microphone. And the monster, I know y'all really deal with the astrology, but he ill with it. Astrology and astronomy.
Yeah,
Good one.
I don't have the patience or the memory for it.
Yeah, he
I know
got
what
that
you're
shit
talking
down
about.
to the blah, 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 blah. You know, he got it.
Yeah.
So, Amun Tahudi right here. One of the students of Dr. Gabriel Ayibo. That was interesting. Interesting. Who's that right there?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. Uh-huh. Who's that right here? Who's that?
Mr. King Samir.
Yeah.
Shabazz. Yeah. Respect.
This was Fuck Whitey's Christmas. Right here. Yeah. Who? Now who's that? Who's that?
Kansu.
Look at that.
Kansu.
Okay. Look at that date. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, this was deep right here. This, because this Black Love is the message was really I declare fucking war.
Really.
And right before I went on, I changed everything. This is one of those moments when you say the mission is more important than the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because motherfuckers was talking shit like I didn't see them. It was just crazy. It was crazy.
Like I
It was
didn't see them.
Yeah. I had that Allah Sees Everything joint playing. I was like, ooh, dude. You don't think I see them though. All of them. It was cats around me. It was all kinds of shit. That was crazy. I was like, yo, for real? This is what it is? All right. That's cool. This day right here. This fucking day right here. This day right here. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say on that day. That's it. Okay.
What day? Hashim Nazinga?
This day, yes, this day.
Yeah.
That day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I got to say. Respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
And they better be glad. That's all I got to say. That day. But it's here, though. It's here.
Right.
That's the only thing I got to say.
Mm-hmm.
230 people was there that day. That's what I got to say. Motherfuckers. Look at Blue Pill. Look at Blue Pill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at that day. in Kwanzaa. Yeah. You're not Kwanzaa on.
Kanuka too.
Who's that?
Hanukkah. Kanuka.
Who's that? Right here.
Joel Benjamin. Joel.
Yeah.
Crazy Joel Benjamin.
MC Spokeism.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, this is Fuck Whitey's New Year. Okay? Yeah, Fuck Whitey's Christmas and Fuck Whitey's New Year. Yep.
Right.
These all these classes I'll be telling y'all like we done had forever, and you know, cats ain't go check them out. Ain't check them out. Baba Amin, Supreme Rob, Lone Star RBG. This was talking about the year dominance to come. That was an award-winning year for Do Knowledge Radio. 2016. Yeah. Free man. Yeah. That was a crazy joint right there. 1/1/2016. Break the foundation. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Crazy. Crazy 2 days right there. That's all I got to say. Episode 44. Ali York, son of Dr. Malachi Z. York. What's the date right there? 2016. Yeah. Crazy conversation. Crazy. Like that glue. What's this? Group economics and black love. What's that? What's that? Okay. I don't know what these people be talking about. I don't know what they be talking about. Oh, snap. Kill Bill. Okay. Kill Bill. Yeah. That was that false flags conversation. Look at that. Black survival. Who did that? Who did that right there?
Mr.
Kill
Kingston.
Bill Volume 2. Did this show right here. And we did this show. Black Family Reconstruction Roundtable. What they doing that at, Sass?
I don't know where.
Look at that date. These are conversations we was having. And this is like 1,100 episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Look at that. This conversation was so real. He called in. Episode 45. The no homo election. I can't make it up. Now, see, if I was telling you about it, they'd probably be like, man, whatever, you ain't have all them people on. I don't know where 1,100 episodes come from. You don't have nobody on them. Maybe they just clickbait. Look at that. Look, they wasn't doing it. They wasn't doing it.
No.
They were not doing it. This The reason for the platform. Ancestors, elders, peer group, youth. Mandates for the program.
Dr. Khaled said two-legged dog. Now I'm saying that.
Tonight, my subject is. Them cats looked like they wanted to run up out of there when he dropped that subject.
You bring that two-legged dog around your black women, and oh man, he went in.
Yeah,
I was like, teach.
yeah. You see that? Like back to back. Dr. Khaled and then King Samir next day. Same day. Yeah. Got this right here. Yeah. That was interesting. Then we did this. Take it back to the old school. Yeah. Queen Asiatic Sunshine came through, was dropping the Total Recall bombs. We was playing that old school music. I remember when this came out. It was in '87. I know because she was killing the game. Brooklyn's own. I was like, yo, we just got to do a series because this was it. That was it right there. I'm telling you. Born Mastermind or Law right here. Okay.
Born Mastermind.
Look.
Born Mastermind.
Yeah.
Is that you or someone else?
2016.
That's you or someone else?
That's somebody else.
Oh,
She said,
okay.
is that you?
Yeah, is that you? Because, like, you know, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that was interesting. Okay. Who that right there, yo? Who that?
Mama Pill. I love me some Mama Pill. I love me some Mama Pill.
You see that date?
I see. I love Mama Pill.
Bam.
Her afro is the bomb.
Bomb.
Her fro is everything.
Look at this think tank series. I'm telling you, like, these think tank series was crazy. Not like the old school. Look, Revolutionary Roll Call. Hey, look at that. Look at that. When you ever sing that together?
All three of them? All four of them.
Yeah. When you ever see that together? When you ever see that together?
Four of them together.
Look, 300 people seen it. They seen it, though. They was there.
Mm-hmm.
They was there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. This is it right there. What else? Richter Foundation, his first series. Got him a show. He auditioned on the second and the third, gave him a series. Bang. Who was that?
Said that he was on again?
He was on that show.
Oh.
They was working together.
Oh.
Yeah. That's right. Big Tank series. We got this.
Valuable information there. You just have to pay for it. Mm-hmm.
Need to pay for it.
Yeah.
Hip Hop and Heritage joined again. That was crazy. Who's that?
Inky.
Bong.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look at this right here. Who's that dude? You know who that dude is?
Seer.
Nah, the way you said his name, you don't know who that is.
No. Okay. I know the dude. He on Escape from New York. But go ahead.
1,300 people over here.
Well, how I don't know him?
I don't know. I don't think you applying yourself.
How you say his name?
I see it. The Duke of Tears.
Oh, okay. The big debt reset. Did that ever happen?
Yep, it's happening now.
The reset? We still in debt.
Yeah,
The reset? The people still in debt.
it's happening. It's happening now.
And
No, but people look. People are having these conversations now, like they're saying something new.
okay.
They're like, "Yo, I'm telling you this." MICKEYMOUSE Mickey Mouse conversations. Okay,
Nothing new under the sun.
this is years later,
I'm gonna
and they
listen
act
to
like
that
they're dropping it.
because I want to know what he meant.
Look at this right here. Look.
I see.
Look, they started a wall. They started a wall right here.
Yeah, because women can have more than one husband.
Started a wall right here.
They don't like that.
This one was funny. If you wanted to check it out, that would be something to write on your pad. Yeah, this was weird. That's a weird dude. Ugh. Uh-oh. What's this right there? What's that? What's that show right there? What's that show?
Voice of the new Voice of Zion. Who is that? Who is that? A group, a band? What?
Where was that from? Where was that at? Live from where?
Israel.
Yes, this was a series right here.
Yep, Israel.
This station was the station that projected forth the Voice of Zion radio live from Israel.
Oh, it's a radio station.
This is the series.
Okay.
This was our show right here. Bang. Okay. And my brother Morik and I will be on this weekend. You heard?
You do Arabic, not Hebrew. How you do that show?
How I do that show?
Yeah. How you do that show?
I do Arabic. That's just rude as hell. Just like,
how is it rude?
You do Arabic.
How were you on that radio show that speak Hebrew over there?
Who's that?
The radio show, right?
Who's this right here?
Oh, Sharif Bey.
Yeah, who's that? That guy.
He slapped up Reggie. The Moorish Paradigm. Red Pill and Sharif Bey. Great martial artist.
Yes.
Old school and everything.
Huh? What's that?
Who and what are the Israelites? All praises.
All praises. Right. Yeah. Like the Black Riders on. That was crazy. Okay. Oh, what's this again? Is this a part 2? I wonder what I said then. I wonder what I had to say. I was there for a little while. I wonder what I had to say. Tahir RBG. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
SETI again.
Yeah.
With Black
Yeah,
Fit.
they had a event together, all together. That was interesting. Okay. Like survival, gender civilization class. And who's that?
Professor Amira Ben Yehuda. From Israel.
Yeah. Profound dude. Profound. Okay, profound scholar,
Terrifying.
profound man, eldership like this. When I was listening to this recently, and you've been along and around for so long that you forget the fine art of speech. And our elder came through and gave us a reminder of how you go through the crowd, how you work the crowd, how you recognize people in the crowd, and how you express your gratitude for your speech. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Humble, powerful, impactful, patient, gentle, kind, and fiery, all at the same time. You understand? Like, this is it. True to the name, professor. Like that was crazy. That was crazy. Okay. Yeah, this is funny. This was funny. This was funny. This was the only thing that I could ever consider a debate that ever happened on the platform. Ever.
Where?
Yeah. This one right here. Black Panther and my brother watching preach.
Oh.
Clarifying the confusion of God. Evolution or intelligent design. It's interesting. This is interesting. The flying monkeys, they swooped in on this episode. That was interesting. I don't even know how I still got it up there. Oh well. Anyway. Oh, Black History Decoded weekend. Oh, I think I did something over there. Maybe. Yeah. That was interesting. Interesting. Okay. What is this? Is this part 3? This is part 3?
Yep.
Maybe I said something over there on part 3.
Let's keep it going.
Maybe I said something. Part 3. This was the Flint Coalition update. We had transformed the platform into giving like weekly reports on Flint on top of us doing his music show. Amazing series. He had donated most of his album sale stuff to getting water for Flint. If you heard that Ron Green episode where he was talking about Philly to Flint, and they had 2 U-Haul trucks full of water going. It was people from everywhere across the United States coming to Flint in the snow and shit. This was like the base. This was like the headquarters. I don't even know how many cases of water and stuff that people had came in with. Crazy. They be talking this shit. Black folk don't love black folk. I'll be goddamn. They ain't go to that city from everywhere in the United States. Regular black folk, not folk in the top of organizations, blah, blah, blah. The stars, the damn camera whores, they came through after everybody else. All of the grassroots organizations and the people who just give a fuck about black people came through. Then they did photo ops and shit. I ain't gonna say who shook to go in the city. I ain't gonna say it. My bad. I'm gonna behave. Like survival. There we go. Who's that?
Mori Kanaya and Atoria Faba Israel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's all been easy little joints going on. My boy, the Book of Eli. That's the first time I ever simulcasted on the show. They was doing their thing. Him and Tim, they was getting busy. I love them young dudes. I love it. They was great. They was brilliant. Who did that? What's this right here? Who did that? Crest Theory. Who was talking about that? I don't know. I don't know what they was doing. They was in class. That's what they was. They was there, but they was in class. Wasn't playing no games up in there. Wasn't playing no games at all. Who that? Is that Divine Prospect? Who that?
Yeah.
What's this? What's they talking about? What's this that they talk about right there? What is they talking about right there? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Look at that. Stress management, suicide. It's supposed to be like suicide prevention. But just talking about suicide and dealing with it. The families after the fact. Or suicide attempts. All that. Yeah, this was crazy. Crazy, yo. Callie and Noonan. My man called while he was on the clock. He was like, I got to get back to these burgers, my man. My guy. Dead ass. Oh, man. Of course, Flex Survival. Stephen Graham. Remember that dude?
No, what's that?
Check him out. Got Brandon Lamar Skates right here. Bam. War Mastermind Law again. Bam. Killing the game. Yeah. Think Tank series. Is it time for the other show? I don't even remember what time I put it for. Maybe we got time to go through another page. I hope. You ain't got no questions?
Nope,
No?
not yet. No.
So you just gonna save them? All right. That's cool. Yeah. Who is that right there?
Kohen, Rabbi Ben Elazar. Oh, you talking to priest too?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't playing no games around these parts. You heard?
I see.
You heard? Okay.
I see.
Hannah Drake. Shout out to Hannah Drake. She came through with that joint formation. Look, we did the Unsigned Hype series that led to like a Liberation Through Spoken Word series that had like 2 episodes in it. But hey, it was still ill. Okay. That Crest Theory Decoded. Bomb. Another joint. Religion, Sex, and War. The Last Quadrant. Yeah, I think I blacked out on this one. I might have. Slightly.
It don't take much.
Don't take. Still kind of calm, a little calm.
Okay.
So yeah. And Drake was so good, we had to bring it back for an encore. Okay, encore, right here, encore. All right. Yeah. Black Survival Class. What's that? Who's that?
I Ashraf Ben Israel. Telluride is the real Mount Zion. All right. Okay. All right. Because I know it wasn't that Jerusalem that they talking about.
They went in on that, okay?
Yep. Yep.
All
Yep.
right. Look at that. Bam. Greatest hip hop MC battles decoded. Bong. Bong.
Mm-hmm.
Got busy. Look at this. Look at these little series I just took on. Psychological effects of urban cinema on the Black Mind Decoded series. Okay. This is where the Decoded clan was formed. In blood, right here. Okay.
They say, oh, it's just movies, so it can't, there's no underlying anything.
It's just, yeah. This is where this was birthed right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the Matrix series came from, all that. Not in this one right here, but this was like the precursor. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That was interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting, comrade. What's up with that right there?
The science of the Hebrew calendar, what does that mean?
Exactly.
The science of it.
Exactly. That was crazy. Okay. Gotta write that down. This was the poetry series. Bomb. It was bomb. 10 seconds. Short lived, but it was ill.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? Psychological effects of trauma on the Black mind. The pillars together.
Mm-hmm.
Bomb. That was crazy. I believe I said something in there. I believe said a little something. What's that?
Matrix Trilogy Decoded.
Yeah. Yes. Look at our youth right here. Saya and Nene. Love them. Put the youth on. Get the youth episode. Who's that? Who's that right there? What's his name?
It's Reggie. Mm-hmm. Brother Malik.
Everybody gets their say in the court.
Yeah.
Right,
Reggie.
Everybody gets their say. Look at that.
Oh, she did a Fife Dog tribute. Oh.
Yes. Fife Diggy. Okay. That's probably why I live forever. Right there. Fife Diggity. What's that? Is that another? Wait, is that another? Is that the Matrix again?
Again, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This was interesting. Single by choice or by force. Boots on the ground. That's what everybody was talking about. They got boots on the ground. They boots on the ground. That was fun. Fun. What is that? Who was talking about that? Who? Oh,
They talking about it, but they're not talking about that. They're not talking about that. They're talking about that, but they're not talking about that.
Hey,
Bunch of nonsense with that right now. They're trying
bunch
to
of
make it, yeah,
nonsense.
trying to make it
Okay.
something that's not right. That was Israel doctrine.
Yeah.
That was his
What's this? What's this right here? Dr. Victor Moore. Mm-mm. The man who beat them all.
Mhm.
He, he beat Bruce Lee in the speed contest 3 times out of 5. So 3 times out of 5 times, he was faster than Bruce Lee.
Mhm.
Oh, he beat everybody. Whooped their ass. Chuck Norris, all the white boys and shit, he beat their ass. I got a couple hours with him talking about martial arts for a black man, woman, and child when there was no schools that black people could attend, with no uniforms that black people could put on. Yeah. Yes. Got my brother, Ronnie Shabazz. Peace to the God. Okay. Elementary Genocide series. Mm-mm. What's that? Sex, lies, and infidelity. You better get them. Dr. Queen, you better get their ass. Motherfuckers. Damn, look how many people watch this show. Red pill, blue pill, Cheyenne the Liberator. Shout out to Manson Cheyenne. 432 people. Morpheus, the dream world versus the real world. That's right. That was an interesting thing right there. I believe I said something on there. What's that? Matrix Trilogy Decoded Matrix Revolutions.
Mhm.
I believe we got a little busy on there. A little bit. The other one was part 2. Other one was part 2. Yeah, what's this? Break the foundation. Mom Duke came through here. Mama Brick came through up in here. Shout out to Mama Brick. Veteran. What's that? Psychology, African liberation. Bonga. Who's talking about that? They still ain't talking about it. They ain't talking about they for black power every day. Talking that shit every day. That's what they be talking. That's what they be talking. I think that was the second episode. Yep. I think that was the last one they did. Yeah. Baba Mean. Supreme Raleigh, Africa. Yeah. They was there. Folks was upset on that one. They
Why?
sat on the platform on their show and then was talking shit. And it's talking shit. That was funny, funny, funny. Parenting while black. That was interesting. It was interesting. What is this next show supposed to be? What page we on? 41. I guess we could just end it and go to this next show because I know
I need a 10-minute intermission.
you could.
I
You
need,
take your 10
I need
minutes.
to get some water and a glass of kombucha.
Yeah.
I just need to grab
We go
that.
in this joint and we'll be back ASAP.
ASAP.
I'm gonna get me the cure for coronavirus. Okay, give you some orange juice,
Right?
and we get into the science.
I might grab a glass of orange juice too. Kombucha, orange juice,
Word.
some water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I already took my vitamin C for tonight. So, yeah.
We out.
We out.
On Nation Not Desired. Assassin.
Shalom.